Good evening to everyone. I hope that you are doing well. I am your friendly neighborhood Bowser supporter, Krista Joyce 730, joined by such a great commentator extraordinaire and player, the one and the only Proa 007, who is going to be your guide to this wonderful flag set that our veteran runners, HUmanMustard, TEEX88, and MidiGuyDP of the Kingslayer division of the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer community. Kingslayer division. Oh man, we are in for a slobber knocker. How are you doing tonight, Proa?
Good. Yeah. Yeah, this is the second week of our Kingslayer division, and going in, Teeks comes in the catbird seat with 18 points, having won both of his week one races. Mustard and Midi have 7 points each, so both of them would be looking to make up some ground here. And tonight, we have an interesting flag set. Our base flag set will have all fourth and levels shuffled, including the betas, no end cards. Clipping has been disabled, so we will not be seeing any 7-1 or 7-6 magic tonight, or 7-9 magic for that matter. Hammers may or may not break the locks. The sun will be fast. The sun will be activated sooner. Boss Bass will be faster, and Boom Boom's HP may be randoed. So that'll be our flag set by and large for the first match, and Bowser and Koopaling hitboxes are going to be adjusted, and Lakitu is going to be a sniper as well. So we've got all sorts of goodness for this raid.
Oh my goodness, a very smart Lakitu. No clipping from some of the best clippers in the business. We are in for one heck of a show, and most of our runners are mitigated. What are we in for? What do you expect for a start, Proa?
Um, well, the conventional wisdom always says RWO, but going against conventional wisdom, I'll say 4 is going to lead us off tonight.
Well, I am a six ganger. I believe in ice, ice, baby. So I hope that we get what Chad is hoping for, which is total chaos of RWO. But I have to go with my true heart of six gang. But we don't know until they start. I am so excited. Let's see what our runners give to us. We
Yeah,
have to just see.
yeah, and with these flag sets, the Jekyll portion of this shouldn't be anything too unusual for our runners. This is fairly standard fare overall, and we lead off with World 7, so RWO is a thing, and we get a fort right off the bat in a linear draw, and of course, it is Piranha Fort.
Yes, and for those of you who are fans of anything that I say, you guys know this as the Fort of Love and Happiness. Oh man,
Well,
this is a great start.
Well, Midi and Mustard not feeling much love or happiness. Both of them taking a dip into the marinara. Uh, Teeks is the only one to get through clean. He'll have the early advantage here. So some early jitters from our nice pole vault there by Midi. Mustard needed a minute there to clear through. So now we have Boom Boom. I needed just the vanilla 3 this time. All right, so our runners are through that opener. Now let's see what happens from here. We got some pipe exploration to do. Okay, and Teeks opts not to play the Piranha stage. Gonna keep doing pipe checks. There's a lot of pipe checks so far. There is a fort in the corner, but it is not needed, and so Teeks has found the right path out of here.
Yes, And with Cheeks having the early advantage and being able to do some exploring, you know, it's always a sad day when you don't get to see those miniature little muncher stages or piranha stages. I personally love to see it, but we're getting some declines, and that's sad Pandaville for me. But let's just see. We may get to see Teeks play it on the way just to see if we can get one item. Always good to have something.
Yeah. So so Teeks had no trouble with 1-6. He's in 6-2 now. Did make a pit stop for a power-up, and now he's at Fire Mario. So Midi's about a stage behind right now. Nice runner there by Teeks to close out 6-2.
Yes, Fire Mario is always good to have. Teeks is more likely than not going to play the piranha stage, and it's always good to have that. Just go ahead, kill those poor little piranhas, and dodge past poor Boss Bass who was looking for a nom nom. And you know what? Kind of glad he did skip that other piranha stage, because all he got was a star for his troubles, but brings in the Fire Flower for his battle against Ludwig.
And see what Luddy has to offer. He could be thick. This is a somewhat tricky arena. Normal weight, but Teeks using those vanilla strats to perfection and has no trouble dropping Ludwig at 327. So again, in the driver's seat early.
Yes. And gets the fire kill against our poor Ludwig, in which we anticipate the other runners to go ahead and destroy Ludwig's hopes and dreams, sending him with the Concerto of Demise. And as I said that, I cursed MidiGuy.
So we're in World 6 now for Teeks. Linear draw to start. So we get the pyramid stage, and Teeks, I think Teeks having a little trouble here with that coop. Okay, so an unfortunate mishap there. Now he's got to kind of reconfigure this. Okay, so that was kind of an unforced error on Teeks' part. So we lost about 8 or 9 seconds there trying to figure out what to do without the Buzzy Beetle. So Mustard is the last to get into take on Ludwig, and going for the fire kill, and okay, so about a 452, I'd say, for Mustard. So, and we have 6F1.
Yes, the escalator fort, in which Teeks is obviously not going to use power bonk strats and, wisely wanting to keep his fire flower to get that fire boom boom kill.
Yeah,
good wise strat.
Yeah, it's too early for that kind of strat, and we got a hammer bro from Midi based on the draw. It picks up a star, so nothing too crazy there. Oh, Mustard did the same thing as Teeks, but he's got his backup at least. Alright, so let's take a look at this map for a sec. Once Teeks' screen. Okay, so that did break the visible lock, so we're moving on, and we have another fort, and it is Fort Knox.
Oh, this is quite unfortunate, because Teeks will have to give up his fire flower to get the Tanuki suit. Also, MidiGuy getting through the fort a little bit faster with the star, gaining a couple of extra seconds on T.
Yeah. And he's already dealt with the hammer bro, so we can just move on. And Mustard's gonna take a damage boost there, try and get through. Teeks gonna go on up. Ooh, Mustard picks the... Oh, Mustard. I was hoping he picked that up. He would have saved about 30 seconds.
Yes. Froggy is going to regret skipping over that when he sees that Fort Knox is the very next stage.
So, okay, so we have all 4 pipes are visible, and ooh, Midi mistimed his play there on the flying, and he's gonna lose some time there. That's unfortunate. Okay, so TEEX takes care of all the hammer bros. Now he's gonna do some pipe checks. Okay, so can't do anything. So we have to play this stage, and it's 4-5. I was hoping to skip one stage, but unfortunately not the case.
And our runners are feeling more comfortable picking up leaves. You know, they can use it for the extra bit of health to do damage strats, since clipping is not a thing. You know, a lot of our runners, if clipping is a thing, but you know what else is a thing? And that is one of our favorite stages.
Indeed, Atlantis has arrived. So our runners will have a minute or so of underwater goodness.
Yes.
They love it deep down. Mustard and Midi are dead even right now. I believe Mustard skipped the 2 hammer bros, which, as we now know from based on the item draws, was a whole lot of nothing. There was a mushroom and a star. A mushroom and a music box.
Yes, and that is so not worth your time at all. And they are inching up on TEEX. And that is absolutely wonderful. You love to see it. TEEX doesn't, but you, the audience, does. And we all love to see Atlantis, especially with our beta levels. And we can always hope and pray, when we see Atlantis, that some of our other beloved stages come in, like Alcatraz, like 5-9, right, Pearl?
Oh yes, always. And we have 1-3 now, and we'll see if TEEX decides to go for the item here. I don't think he wanted that to happen. Okay, but he will get his free item from the 610 title. Let's see what we got here. Just a star. So the items are being rather paltry so far. The stars are useful, but that's about it. We got World 1 airship now.
Yes, we're on Larry's airship, but geez, these items are absolute garbage.
Oh no! The other level is 7-6. Midi has forgotten. Nope, you can't do that. You cannot clip. So, both of them are going to take a bit of a deficit there, and TEEX is out at about 10:08. He had no trouble with Lemmy, so no problem there. And Midi gets clocked by a Giant Bro there. So
yes. In the case of, sorry to quote the old Indiana Jones 3 movie, they have chosen poorly on that first draw, having given TEEX a bigger leeway, and that is something you don't ever want to do against a veteran like TEEX.
Yeah, you don't give any quarter on any of these racers, because mistakes can and will hurt.
Yes.
We have our second beta stage, 1-5 beta. So, and it was just a one-hitter quitter, so Mustard grabs it second, but 11-19. So we have World 5 now, so RWO is still in play here as we go to 5F2.
Yes. The lava fort Oh my.
11.
Also, for those keeping track, we are still within our WO parameters.
Indeed. Teeks, no trouble with Boom Boom. Looks like it's all vanilla HP with the Boom Booms, which is fine. All right, so our runner's gonna have to do 2 more stages just to get to the tower. So, oh, and 3-8 with an Angry Sun. Angry Sun, remember, is early this time, and so Teek should be okay now. Oh, well, maybe I spoke a little too soon, but he was able to clear through that. So he has Teek's with a 1+ minute lead on our opponent, on his opponents right now.
He's
I think he went for
wisely
the.
using.
Was that the anchor, or was that just him playing regular? Because that actually would have been a good move on his part.
I want to say that that was not the anchor.
Okay.
And
okay, regular mustard.
Yeah, that was just a regular old trash room.
Well, that actually would have been a good call to make, just to kind of roll the dice and see if that was actually a cloud or not, because that's actually a good spot to use it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Teeks is hoping against hope that that might be a hammer suit. I think he's hoping against hope.
Well, speaking of hammers, there's a hammer finally. And he's going to do a double forced draw here. And gets a music box. So, alright, so. Yeah. Alright, so Teeks is going to the tower now. We'll see. We got 3 pipes up top now, so odds are this is not going to be a particularly long upper world. Generally, the rando, if it gets you on one end, it won't do too bad on the other, just because numbers would suggest otherwise. But we shall see.
Yeah, usually it's pretty forgiving up top, but this so far has been rather tame to our runners.
Yeah.
In terms of, giving too much of a challenge. It hasn't been that bad.
So yeah, this is basically a freebie for up top. They don't have to play any more stages. Another hammer bro for Teeks and just another music box. I think that's 4 now. So Mustard is going to play the hammer bros. He'll be happy, I think, that he did. He does get a hammer out of it, and so will Midi.
And as we previously thought, it was a free level 5. Yikes.
Yeah, and that generally is what because of the math involved, you're usually not going to get hit too hard on that stuff. So Teeks dealing with a thick Roy, but is able to get the 10 fireballs to dispatch him, and he's out at 15-24. So long start, but we did get 7, 6, and 5 to start. That does tend to be among the longer ones, especially 6, which was almost 7 minutes each for our runners.
And Teeks is going at a pretty, decent pace. So
yeah.
we're not gonna see a very lengthy, game here at the pace our runners are going. So we're in 3, which kind of ruined the thought of RWO.
Sadly, yes, but, so RWO is dead, but, okay, so first pipe doesn't really lead anywhere tangible for Teeks. There are 3 forts, and all of them are on the left-hand side of the screen. So he is going to continue on with the, intended vanilla path, and that, unfortunately, is a drop in the pit for for
For
TEEX.
TEEX.
So
I think he was doing his best to try to get ahead of that sun.
yeah,
And
he kind of overplayed it a little bit and almost did it again, but is able to keep it under control this time. So that will
yeah,
give. So TEEX. Now we'll get another free pipe check. All right, so there's. He's gonna try the hammer. No good. So hammers don't break locks. So we still have 2 and 4 technically. All right, so now we get some. Now we're gonna be doing basically, see a fort and hope it actually is the correct answer. Is this gonna be free or not? And mustard is. I don't know what this is. I don't know why Mustard's playing 7-3. Okay. He's getting sniped to oblivion by Lakitu.
the one good thing that TEEX has above the other runners right now is the knowledge that hammers do not break locks, because obviously they're going to see that availability to, break the lock, try to get to that castle and
Yeah.
play the airship. So that's going to be a time sink, just like TEEX did in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they're going to go through that motion just like MidiGuy just did.
And TEEX has got it. He is on his way.
Yes.
Mustard's routing decision. I think he overcalculated a little bit here. He's going to end up circling around. It's not going to hurt him too bad, but he played 1 extra stage. TEEX got a normal Wendy on World 6 airship, and he's in trouble here. He got caught. He boxed himself in. So another unfortunate death there, and we've learned the anchor is just a fire Mario, so that's good. But unfortunately, that's his second death here in World 3, and Midi has now closed the distance as a result. So those 2 deaths that TEEX has taken have significantly narrowed this race, and Mustard going for the item, unfortunately loses his power-up, but gets a 1-up in the process.
Yes, that significant time loss now has cost TEEX. Honestly, I was a bit surprised he went in as small Mario, considering Wendy does have residuals in terms of her candy rings, and the fact that the Koopaling's health is randomized,
True.
so...
On a flat arena, it shouldn't be too much of an issue so long as your timing is right. I think what happened is that 4th jump is where he ran into trouble, because ideally he'd be going the opposite direction of the ring, and he was aligned his position with Wendy's position and aligned with that. So unfortunately, he kind of wedged himself into that box there, and not intended, of course, but it just so happened to turn out that way.
And for those of you in chat, you guys know what to do. Get your salutes out for the hardest working military out there, Bowser's Air Force. And let's see if that may give a bridge for our boy Iggy to meet his demise.
Indeed. So Air Force does lead off here in World 4. This looks like it could be a fairly quick world. So in terms of airships, we still have 4, 5, and 7 to play. Okay, it's a straight shot, and TEEX is like, I am not dealing with this. I am not playing any more Hammer Bros. And I think that's partially a response to what he had to deal with in World 3. Like, okay, I need to, get some time back, and playing Hammer Bros, cuts into that. But Midi does pick up another hammer. Not that it's really going to make much of a difference. Well, it's double check the settings. Okay, yeah, never mind. The rocks, we don't break the World 1 rock here, so yeah, so not really needed.
Okay, and Tixie flew right through
Oh no, and
that
Mustard,
electro minefield. Holy moly!
Mustard unfortunately got himself, he had a bad jump off of a rocky wrench and went straight into the pits, so that's an unfortunate death for him. And that puts him about a stage and a half behind Midi and about two to 2.5 behind Teeks. As Teeks is P-speeding his way through the World 7 airship.
Yes, I absolutely fear when I used to play this vanilla and those ships actually would be moving as opposed to stationary. That terrified me all the time that I would use a P-wing.
Yeah. And chat's talking about the hammer for Teeks. Teeks has a hammer. He got it in World 5, so he shouldn't have any issues. Nice fire kill there by Midi.
Yes.
He is 19 seconds behind. So
This is a nail biter.
Yeah. So we got 1 and 2 to play, and oh, Mustard hits the deck again. So we have 1-5. So we almost had RWO, just 4 and 3 flipped.
Battle 4 and 3.
Yeah. Alright, so, okay, so let's see what this fort does indeed break that lock. And it is one fort. Luckily, our runners will not be going for the item.
No, this is a quick in and out scenario.
Yeah. Answer chat's question correct. Hammers do not break locks. Mustard's in a bit of a pickle here. He's burned all of his items. And unfortunately, that hammer is not much help to him. And he's got a forced draw now with the hammer bros. Luckily, just a couple of boomerang bros, and oh boy. You have to do that again. Lock did break for Teeks, so he's going to be able to slingshot his way. Oh man, Mustard again! He's got to be careful. He's down to 2 lives.
One of the hand stages, the Hammer Brothers stage from World 8. And another music box. Oh my, how worthless. And good fortune on Teeks' side that he did not get trapped by the Hammer Brother.
Yeah. So Mustard is in a bit of a bind here. He's got to be careful. Small Mario, he has no items left. He's not going to go for an item, I don't think. Yeah, Teeks in good shape here at 25-13. So we just have World 1 left. Cloud for Mustard. Yeah, that might help, but only if like 7-5 or something really comes up, because with our runners, I don't foresee that really shaking too much.
And an unfortunate turn of events for MidiGuy, and that MidiGuy lost his Fire Flower.
Alright, so Teeks is going to have to do World 1 the long way, and gets another loss level on the ice stage.
Yes, and a couple of quick bounces, and Teeks has yeeted himself out of that stage.
Yep, that's a nice stage to just, you know, P-speed through. Mustard's down to 0 lives. He has to be really careful here.
Ooh.
Teeks, again, putting those P-Speed skills to great use. He zooms through 1-4. Oh no, Mustard just game overed. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
this is truly a feels bad man moment.
Mustard, you know, that's just brutal. World 4 was a house of horrors for him. It just kind of spiraled there. The good news is he gets to keep his fort. Oh, and he just got clocked by the boomerang bro.
Froggy is having a rough time in World 4. Also, Teeks losing his Fire Flower. And regaining it. And the sniper. Ooh, the sniper too. Did you see that? A Lakitu snipe to the face.
Well, these things will happen. Yeah, Smarter Lakitu is turned on. So, Midi having some trouble here with the, he wants to do a P-Speed strat with the Koopa shell, and I think he wasted more time doing that than otherwise, but alright. Teek's like, I don't have time for this, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
oh,
Teeks
and Midi!
easy.
Midi gets sniped there.
There is no protection from Sniper 2. Holy machinations, people.
Indeed. So, Teeks will be the first to World 8. Get your guesses in chat. What are we going to see? How many forts? How many bridges to Bowser?
Alright, who are the brave people out there who back and get disappointed with me all the time with -1? Who are the poor -1 folks? Stewie!
Zero. I'm gonna say 0.
Stewie just wants people to suffer. Stewie, I love you, man. That's great.
I don't know what Mustard is doing. Oh, and 6-6 leads off. And, well, that cloud, if you had one, this would be a great time to use it.
Aw, no, one does not. This is a level you don't skip. Come on. Like 7-5. You have to play 7-5, 6-6, 5-9 Atlantis. You know, you stay for the experience. It's for happiness, you know.
Well, it's something, all right. All right, so Midi is out at about 30 and change, about 30:01, I think. So. Interesting editorial there from Midi. So we got super tanks in the corner. So.
Yes. Chat, get your salutes out. You know you have to.
Mustard's in free fall. Mustard's in free fall here. I don't know if he's just waiting for this to be over or what, but it's already down to 0 lives again. Yeah, this is really unfortunate.
Midi guy is playing with danger right now.
Yeah,
there we go, dodging and weaving.
He's slow playing. He slow played his way through that opening section. We got 3F1 for Teeks.
Yes,
Mustard. Okay. Mustard is finally done with World 4, but Too little and far, far too late. It was a 10+ minute world for him. Alright, nothing breaks on the screen. We got another pipe cheese. It looks like it's going on a linear draw here. Okay, one bridge to Bowser, and there's a pipe behind. He's gonna take a look. Okay, there's the hand bridge. Is that... Okay, so we'll know right away after this if that is the correct answer or not.
Congratulations to bartender who guessed it with numero uno. And for those of you who are like me who said -1, we shall go back to our little corner and cry. We got skunked again. Skunked again.
Well, that's alright. Yeah, you learn from these things.
Yeah, one day the -1 will happen.
Lock breaks, and so that's our... We got... So all 4 forts were played by TEEX. For those of you playing along at home, our forts today in World 8 were Super Tanks, 3F1, 4F1, and 8 Fort. I think, eclectic bunch.
Yes, at least the Gatekeep fort was in its rightful home. The other fort that was not in its rightful home was Fort number 3F2, which is usually what proves it was valid.
Yeah, if my count is correct, 6 forts got bypassed in this seed. That's pretty unusual.
Yes. So, with his fire flower in hand, TEEX enters into Bowser's house with a hope and a dream, having to play it the right way as intended. No clips allowed.
So that shouldn't be too much of an issue for him. Dodges the disco waffles a couple of times. Mustard almost got clipped by the hammers. Midi is going a different route than... and Lakitu gets him in 5-8. So, and he's just got to... And Mustard takes a death there in... and TEEX, unfortunately, will not get a fire kill on Bowser. So again, he's got to play this intended because Bowser's hitbox does work.
This has been absolutely fabulous. No wonky hit. Oh my! No wonky hitboxes on Bowser. Got sniped. It's beautiful. This is a great way for our Sovereign King to go out. Good for you. GG, Bowser.
Okay, so TEEX is going to take the first game here of this 2-game set, finishing with an official race time of 34:57.
GG's to TEEX88. Please get that out in chat.
TEEX stays perfect through 3 races in season 2 so far. So he's at 27 points. So he's put himself in a nice spot here. So Midi's is just about done with 4F1. He's gonna see that it wasn't the answer, so he'll take on 8 Fort, and Ani will go then to Bowser. So probably about a low to mid 38 for Midi if everything goes right.
So MIDI Guy has just taken out the Boom Boom. And
Right, so-
Froggy's on a mission. Look at HUmanMustard go.
So, yeah, so TEEX had that Shaky World 3 where he had the two bad deaths, but then turned it around and really played a very strong second half and was able to really minimize his mistakes from that point on and won fairly comfortably over his opponents tonight. So, GG's to TEEX on that. And so MIDI is going to take the road less traveled here. He's looking for that fire, Mario, if he can get it. And Mustard, well, this has been that's an interesting boot configuration.
Yes, it is. And right now, Froggy is running for his life. Whee!
Alright, so MIDI's gonna have to do this as small Mario, perfectly doable. That will...
Okay. And get your GGs in chat for our second place finisher, MIDI Guy.
He finishes an official race time of 38:33. So, Mustard's gonna close this out here in 4F2. All right, and Mustard has officially forfeited. He will take third in this, of course. So, all right. So we'll get ready for game 2 here of this duel. Stand by for game 2. We'll be back in a few moments.
Yes, everybody, please take this moment to go grab yourself some drinks and some snackos, because we guarantee that game 2 will just be as spicy as game 1. See you soon.
All right, welcome back for game 2 of this Kingslayer match between Mustard, MIDI Guy, and TEEX88. If you missed the first race, it was an interesting affair with our runners all during some trials and tribulations before TEEX was able to pull away to a fairly comfortable win as he stays perfect in league play, with MIDI bringing up the rear bringing up second about 3.5 minutes behind, and Mustard did not finish. So now we're on to game 2. Which is very much like game 1, but there are a lot of maybes in this pile. So before we start, I'll read them off for you. Among the things that could happen here, we have our players getting Karibo's Shoe on a stomp, a faster Mushroom House, faster end level card, Hammers can damage Koopalings, Vanilla Statue Room, skip the Wand cutscene, longer invincibility time from the stars, a one-up mushrooms are poison, mushroom houses can be disabled, time attack mode, smarter Lakitu, less donut lift time, and faster cannon engine fire. So if you're exhausted from reading that, just imagine how our runners are going to feel.
Woo, doggy. This is a doozy. And I am living for it. Our runners are going to have a wonderful time. And by wonderful, I mean painful. And you know what? That makes it all the more fun to watch. Are
Yeah.
you excited, Proa?
Oh, absolutely. We'll see what happens here as far as what they're going to get on the draw. I mean, who the hell knows? It could be all of this or it could be none of it. It's all coin flips. So, uh, when I did my practice seed yesterday just for fun, I think I got about a third of these. None of the fun ones. You know, one-up mushrooms were poisoned. Mushroom houses were disabled. No time attack. Lakitu was smarter. That's about it, at least from what I could tell. All right, so
Well,
our runners have been given the go-ahead, so should be starting any second now, and
we're off.
we have
Six
we're up to
gang is
6.
where it's at. Yes.
We start with a fort, so we'll get an idea. We might get an idea of some of this already.
And it's our wonderful troll fort. Ooh, spicy start.
Yeah, so we've got runners taking 2 different routes here. Midi is going to be Teeks is the first one to Boom Boom.
I see that. And oh my. This is totally invalid, Proa.
Well, you know, I can't win them all, can I?
This is hurting on an existential level.
Well, if it were hurting on an existential level, that'd be a whole other matter altogether. But okay, so it's a one-hit Boom Boom at least, so Boom Boom HP is randoed here.
See, even Boom Boom was so hurt by this. He did the Polly. How much more betrayal can I take? And actually, decided to go one hit and quit. Oh my goodness.
So we got some pipes here. Teeks gonna have to wait this out with the hammer, bro. Okay. So Midi needed a second there, realized, yep, I am out of here. Alright, so we got 6-5. Teeks survives double fire bros in water. Needed to give up a hit for it, but
Just to walk out with that, and Midi getting some unfortunate luck with the Koopa shells, but lucky for him, does have a tail.
yeah. Alright, so Teeks is now going to join them in 6-5. Mustard makes the same mistake as Midi, but he corrects it a little bit faster. So a fairly gentle 6 to lead off with. We got 6-8, and we'll see if... And Mr. Sun is jumping early. Teeks does get a hammer. We'll see how much value he gets out of that. But in the meantime, Midi will be the first to Lemmy on Iggy's airship. fire kill for Midi, and the wand at 341. He's going to check and see if it's a early cutscene, and it is. So our runners will get to save about 12 seconds on this, so that's good for them.
Yes, some fortune for our runners. Also, TEEX just with the big H jump.
Yeah.
Just jamming right through World 6 to meet them on the airship, you know, and with that early cutscene going right behind. Also, if chat can be so kind to get some salutes out on MidiGuy's side for, you know, the Navy.
And the cannons are firing faster, so that shouldn't be a huge issue, but something for our runners to keep in mind as we go to 6-4 for Midi. Looks like the tiles are playing normally, so our runners won't have to worry about accidental two-ups or anything. Continuing with ice levels in the desert, we have 6-7, and it looks like the donuts are dropping a little bit faster here. Oh no, never mind. I thought for a second they were, but no. Normal donuts.
That would have been amazing if they did. You know, imagine just a split second and then boom, you're just falling. Oh, that would have been a great surprise for our runners.
Not quite that fast, but it does play a role, particularly in Bowser's Castle, where it's like, oh boy, you do have to be on your toes. It actually makes the bottom route more appealing because there are no donuts down there. Midi is going for the item here in 1-3. We'll see if it's a better item than the last time.
Yeah, the last game had such god-awful items. Oh, it was unforgivable.
That's a really good item. That's a hammer for Midi.
And that can make or break a game.
It certainly can, and he is going to use it here, and we'll see. He's not going to go for the full run there. I thought Midi might have taken a play from my book. Does not look like Lakitu is inherently smarter here, so that's kind of fortunate. The cutscene for the mushrooms has been shortened, so that's good.
No Sniper 2. How sad, you know?
Yeah.
And a P-Wing on TEEX's side from the Hammer Brother. From the Sumo Brother, should I say.
Yeah, 3-5 for Mustard. Did he not go for the item? Or is he holding
No, I don't believe he went for the item, actually.
That is not good for him. That's very bad. That's going to cost him. World 7 airship. Just a one-hitter quitter for Morton, and Midi's out at 736. One thing I found, like, doing the jumps for those when you have the cutscene skip is the timing can be deceptively tricky.
Yes. Yes, it can be. Also, with the use of that hammer, TEEX is now moved from 3rd to 2nd place behind Midi.
Yep.
And Midi is playing one of the hand stages, the Podobo stage.
And his reward is a hammer suit.
So we will be seeing a Hi and Bye Bowser for a finale.
Potentially, yeah. Midi is continuing to play the route at the moment. this is a straight shot. You know, it's 3 stages, but this is, I think, the correct play. He's got to go through 7-8 first. TEEX finds Fort Knox.
How unfortunate for TEEX.
And he's going to make the sacrifice to save the universe, and he has a P-wing, so it's all good. He comes back in God mode.
Yes, the one time a P-wing is actually useful for our runners.
We've got quicksand for Midi, and with aggressive sun, it's going to just changes the strats a little bit, but nothing too difficult for our runners. TEEX now following suit on so Midi is in 6-1.
Okay, and TEEX getting a trash room for all that hard work. Yeah.
Okay, so TEEX sees the map. He's actually gonna be all right here. He's only have to play the 3-6 tile, and it is quick. It is the highway level, the Sky Highway. So this is overall a pretty good result for TEEX. He saved, I think, two level. He saved 1 level overall.
Yep.
Think about that for a second. Midi's in 7-3. Trying to do his P-speed strats, and and Rebo strikes. Oh, TEEX is in a bit of a oh!
Oh no!
Wendy gets him again. That's 2 in a row.
Alright, going in hot with a Tanuki suit against the very stompy, earthquakey Wendy.
Wendy, proving to be quite the formidable foe.
Yes, the one advantage that MidiGuy did have against Wendy was having the Fire Flower, and Midi did get in one of the Piranha stages a Jugum Cloud, so we know that that's going to come into play later.
Indeed. Alright, so we have hammers may or may not break locks. Do we know for sure if they don't? Fine, 7-2 now. Midi gets a good draw on the item, so he'll be able to float over the chasm here.
Yes, floating over a very hungry boss bass, depriving him of a meal. Very sad panda for the boss bass. And TEEX will be getting his Jugum Cloud in just a moment.
And you guys in super tanks.
Yep, get those salutes out, chat.
Alright, so TEEX doing a pipe check here. Alright, there's the level. does not, so hammers do not break locks. Alright, so Peak's already played 4-2, so when he comes back it won't be too long. Now he's just got to find the correct pipe.
MidiGuy playing another one of the Piranha stages, getting a hammer this time around, so I think that's 2 hammers from MidiGuy, or is that his first hammer?
I believe that is his second, although...
I think he used one to bypass, and so he has one hammer in the hole.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so he's got one hammer in the hole and a Jukum Cloud right now.
Yeah. And the only item that we know of where the only world that can still use a hammer is 4. So, and that's a very limited capacity.
Real? You know, funnier things have happened. You never know.
It's certainly true, but you really need like a lot of things to go right for that to be the case. So we're in World 5 now. So we're gonna get a... Oh, he is going... This is an interesting... this is an okay gamble. This should be fine. Yeah, this is a straight shot from Midi. So good use of the cloud there. Ooh, Midi is opting to avoid the coin ship, so he actually is going kind of reverse route here. Gonna do 3-8, and look at that sync on our left-hand side of the screen between TEEX and Mustard. Isn't that great?
Yes, it is. Whew. You love to see it.
Yep. So, see how long this lasts. But in the meantime, populating bros from MidiGuy, having to deal with that. He's got one more cloud to use. He probably is going to use it after this lost stage, be my guess.
Yeah, quickly get to the ship, be out.
Yeah, you really... We say, you know, the only bad thing is not using your clouds. Oh, he is going to play this out. He's going to get 5-8 in vanilla location, I might add.
Imagine that. Imagine that. That's a yell at Fred moment.
Yeah, TEEX clouded. Mustard did not. He gets 7-7. TEEX went bottom route. He got 4-1. With an angry sun.
Oh no, on Froggy's side.
Yeah, Mustard taking a death there, so... we have to do it again. All right, hammer. So by that, from that interaction, hammers do break. Will do damage. So interesting.
You okay, Roy? That was okay, Roy.
There's another hammer, I think, for
yep. Roy, what was Roy doing?
Having a seizure, I think.
um, it, can someone in chat please tell me what Roy was doing? 'Cause I've never seen Roy doing the safety dance before. I've never seen that.
In the meantime, Midi's in Alaska, 6F2. Oh, Teeks lost his fire suit, but he should be okay. No bridge built there for Midi, so he's gonna have to carry on, play the fort in 4-6's location, or 4F2's location. But does get a potential favor here, 1924 for Teeks.
Okay, so Teek's battling normal Roy, whereas Midi had. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's another one-hitter quitter for Midi on the boom boom. Mustard with his hammer suit is, well, he unfortunately loses it, but so okay, so our runners, so all 3 forts going to be needed here, it looks like. And Midi's like, oh really, you make me do this?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dust. That's the best. That's the best flag. I need that flag to practice with, so I can make all the Koopalings dance like that.
It's set to wildcard status. So alright, so Midi is going to use one of his hammers, and oh, wouldn't you know it, he gets 5-9.
Okay, the fact that Midi just dipped out, we know he's going to cloud that, but still, that's
Well,
just
he
mean.
can't, that's the problem.
Oh no, he can't do that. But, oh, that's
I
just
mean,
mean.
you could, well, technically you could, but it's not practical.
Who would want to cloud such a beautiful stage like 5-9? Like, come on. That's the stage of happiness. You know, you see 5-9, you smile. You know, it brings a great big smile to your face, doesn't it, Proa?
Commentator disclaimer, your version of happiness may differ. See your doctor for details.
Oh, wow.
Hey, if it makes you happy, you know, I will not dissuade you, but your mileage may vary.
Oh, no.
But Teeks has closed the distance on
Midi.
Midi guy here, so you know, we got ourselves a race here right now. That
Yeah.
Teeks has got to be careful. He's our Midi takes a damage boost in 6F1 to give himself a couple extra seconds here.
Yes.
There goes
It's a fire flower. Just what the doctor ordered when you are in the room with the boom boom.
So this race has gotten considerably tighter, but Midi's still with about a 20-second or so lead. We've just got World 1 to play. Clouds are still going to be a factor here, so Mustard's got 2 clouds, and World 1 is a great place to use them generally, so we'll see if he gets to take advantage. And first, he's got to get rid of those. Oh boy, we got ourselves a bouncy and intransigent Iggy today.
Yes, the race is starting to get tight like a tiger. And we have another P-Wing for Teeks after doing battle with a Fire Bro.
And Mustard takes a death there, the double Fire Bros. Teeks is at the airship, and oh no, Oh, no, 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 no. This is not what Mustard needs. Oh, Mustard. Oh, boy.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
Yeah,
no! He's locked!
he's stuck. He is in deep, deep trouble.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be tilting.
This
Oh,
is
oh dear.
fatal.
Oh, oh no. This is absolute worst nightmare. Getting fire bros in water and then being stuck with it. Oh jeez.
Alright, so Midi's going to use one of his 2 clouds to get around the second fort, which is not required. Okay,
Okay.
I think he's
Ooh,
through.
just gets out of it
But that
with
is...
one life to live. Ow.
Teeks forgot about the HP, I think. That was a 5-hitter required in 6F1, so... or no, 3F1, excuse me. What am I saying? Alright, so... Oh, and Midi having a little trouble with those jumps, but clears it out. Alright, Chad, how many bridges to Bowser? Let's just gotta be careful with all those fireballs floating around. Don't want to get caught.
And Froggy doing the right thing, using a P-Wing in 5-9. Who has time for that? You know, especially
Midi,
when you're starting on low life.
right, Midi uses his last cloud on the tile. I thought he might have gone for just done a safety play and gone for the pipe just to give himself the guarantee, but he ain't got time for that. So got 8 for it.
Yes, the gatekeep fort in World 8 where it belongs. Unlike a certain World 3F2 fort being mean-spirited.
You're just not gonna let that go, are you?
Well, I have to be the defender of the validities, you know. Gotta defend what's right. Also, Teeks is now in the gatekeep fort himself after getting the Tanuki kill.
We've got about a 40-second difference between our runners going into World 8. So we'll see what happens here. Alright, so Air Force behind a tile. Okay, maybe playing the pipes so far. Just kind of feeling it out. There's a fort. He's going to play that, and it is Air Force. Teeks is following Midi's lead right now. There's another pipe. Okay, so after this, Teeks immediately plays it. It's just a 2-hitter quitter.
Let's see if anybody remembered to do the salute of their own volition. No. No. Oh, chat, come now.
So there's a lock protecting either tanks or super tanks. Never mind. Doesn't matter. We're on our way to the finish line. Midi holding the aces. Can he close it out and get himself his first win of this league?
Wait a second. Was that a -1, perchance?
It's a 1. It was a 1. It was
a
-1.
Dang,
well,
now
kinda. I mean, it was really a 1. And that...
Oh, man. It was a 1 -1. Doggone it.
Yeah, kinda. All right, so Midi mistimed that jump. I don't think that's what he wanted, but but this should be pretty straightforward finish. Just got to be careful with the hitbox with Bowser because yes, that thing does work.
Alright, no lasers, so we're gonna see a high and a by Bowser.
So Midi takes his first win of the season with a outstanding run that's going to break 30. Closing it out with a official race time of 29:10.
You sub 30. Good job, Midi. Uh-oh. Teexy took a hit.
Teeks got a little caught there, so yeah, he's gonna have to do this the intended way. But no problem. He should have no trouble with this. So just two more jumps, and so no sub 30 for Teeks, but otherwise a very incredible performance all the same. Almost closed the distance on Midi.
Yeah. One heck of a comeback, though, because he
Yeah.
was behind substantially.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had muted my mic on the last Discord call I was in before. Oops.
Oh,
Hello and GG to you, Midi.
Many thanks. Those are some seeds. The first one was just full of musical events. Just that's all it was. It's just music. Just music.
yeah. Yeah.
No clouds.
Yeah, and
useless hammers, pretty much.
yeah, and it was fairly close between you and Teeks, and then things just kind of spiraled a bit toward the end in game one.
Gotcha. Yeah. If I recall correctly, World 8 was. I did not go the right way. I didn't pay attention to the disappearing fake tank when I went into the Air Force, and I went there when I should have gone the other way.
That ultimately was the difference. Yeah, and there was some. World 1 was also a bit of a bother, as what I'm seeing on my notes here. So it was about a minute difference going into World 8. And we welcome TEEX88 to the chat. GG.
Thank you.
GG.
GG.
So I just gotta ask, Teeks, you really hate Wendy right now, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know what I did to make her so mad today, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like, man, got hit, died not once but twice in back-to-back games. Like, man.
Yeah, I went into the airship as Small Mario in game 1, and then I think she ended up being a 5-hitter and just got boxed in with those 2 rings.
Yeah, yeah, that one hit where you swung left when ideally you would have gone right. Otherwise, that it was a no-win situation. So
yeah, and I got a little distracted in game 2 because I went in with a star and I forgot that she bugs out that way.
Yeah.
So I didn't know like if she was done for or if she was going to do another stomp, and then just kind of got sideswiped.
Oh yeah, that sort of happened with Roy for me as well. In game 2, I was like, "Is Roy okay? You okay?" That was something.
Yeah, that Roy kill actually confused me. I had to ask why was Roy dancing like that? Because he was just breakdancing. And I had no idea what was going on until someone explained that you used a hammer on him.
Dang, was it a hammer? I thought I got him with a star. Could have sworn I got him at the end of my star or something.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, okay.
I think so, yeah. And he just kind of spazzed out after that.
Yeah. Ultimately, game 2, Wendy ended up being kind of the dividing point. Midi, I think you led pretty much wire to wire at that point, and whereas in game 1, Teeks, you planted the flag early and really never let go after you got through 7F2 cleanly. Nobody else did, and from there it was, Seed had its moments, but by and large, you were able to really just hold that lead pretty much the whole way through.
Let me see.
Yes, I kind of got an eaten input or something on my first 7F2, and that was the start.
Yeah, it's a interesting way to start off the seed for sure.
Yeah,
the first time.
No power ups.
Yeah, and then
for sure.
And then I know Peaks, you actually, because of the way World 6 played, you went straight to 1-3. Everybody else got a trip into 7-6 and the brutal reminder that no, you cannot clip under these flags.
Yeah, I was reminded after that when it looked like I did it and then it didn't. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah. And that was my second reminder, too, because I was reminded a little earlier, too, I think. Because I think I would have got the clip in, I think it was 6F1 or something like that, with had a star, and I think I would have gotten it had I had the clipping been enabled. So, and that was my first reminder.
And I think that game 2 was one of those seeds where I wouldn't have minded having a bunch of music boxes because, boy, most of those fights were just so useless. I got like, I mean, we got 2 clouds out of it, but I don't think I needed the last one for World 8. And ended up having 4 hammers, and none of them broke locks, and there was no rocks counter.
It was definitely surplus to requirements after a certain point. It's like, why are we doing this? Can we just move on? And Mustard was very fortunate in game 2, although that was probably the nail in the coffin. But he got force drawn into a situation with double fire bros in water, and he was small.
Oh, fun.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
I think I got to that same bro fight, but I think I was a little better equipped for that. I think I was regular Big Mario and then just was able to damage boost the bottom.
Yeah, that.
I think I was the same. I think roughly.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know with Mustard, he just had a hard time, just some unfortunate deaths that kind of spiraled in really both games, and so he took third in both matches. But, Midi, you got your first win for the season, 2 very solid performances. Carry that momentum into week 3, I think, right?
Oh yeah. I was pretty scared going into Seed 2 though, because I saw some of the possibilities that could have happened, and a lot of them didn't. I was relieved. No. Seed 1 though, we did have Mean Lackey 2, and he got me at one point. I was like,
he got TEEX, I don't think died to that, but I know you and Mustard both did. I know TEEX got hit, but didn't take a death. Not in 7-3 or 5-8. I know.
Yeah, 5-8 is really scary with Smart Lackey on. Oh man, that's for sure.
So in general, a lot of the potential things that could have happened didn't. So you guys lucked out on some of that stuff, and actually most of them were designed to make it faster. So
I think the only thing that got faster out of those faster parts were the fast cannonballs, and that was about it. But,
and
no
that's not usually a major concern.
No, it's especially in Navy, just P-speed, and that's pretty much how I noticed that they were fast. I was P-speeding, and I was still seeing cannonballs catching up to me. I was like, wait a minute,
right?
This seems different.
So, and TEEX, 4 races, 3 wins. Feeling satisfied so far with your play?
Yeah, definitely. I think that over the past 2 days, I've been playing really, really well. So I'm hoping to keep that momentum moving forward as the patches get a little trickier.
Yeah. So we got week 3 coming up, and the Kaizo-ness will be strong with those seeds, but that's what we come here for. So but thanks guys, GG's again, and good luck in weeks 3 and 4 of the regular season.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thanks so much.
And do give our runners a follow. TEEX88, MidiGuyDP, and HUmanMustard for putting on that show tonight. And you can give myself, Pro8007, and my co-com, Krista Joy 730, a follow as well. Much appreciated. Before we go, I'll just do a rundown on the schedule. Stand by for 1 second. Okay, so we have several races on the docket. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have the second half of our Kingslayer matchup. We've got DLP, High Flyer, Macobra, and Stewie at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then 9 p.m. Eastern, immediately following that, we have the Tanuki division playing between Heels Goodman, Icaros, Mr. E Gaming, and Sama. There should be some entertaining matches. And then Tuesday, we have another doubleheader with double Fire Flower. Leading off will be Animus, Johnny, and Leslie at 6 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Arcade Riot 91, Dust Minion, and Marky Mark going head-to-head. And then Thursday, we have the second half of the Tanuki division at 8 p.m. Eastern. Shy Guy, Tozzle, and William in Texas. So there's a lot of Mario 3 League action heating up here between our various divisions. So keep an eye out, and we should have some terrific matches on the schedule for you all. So I think that's it. So well, thanks all for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully, for more Mario 3 Rando action.
Have a wonderful night.
Have a good night, everyone.
Take care.
Have a good one. Thanks all.